Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel if that's something that you want to do. We're trying to get to 18,600 by Wednesday. Okay? All right? Hype the video if you can. Help your boy out. By the way, good news to all the dweebs out there. I have started watching Demon Slayer. Okay? I know you niggas been trying to get me to watch more anime. Look, Atreus, watch anime. Oh, fine, nigga. I'm not watching One Piece. You can't make me. It's too many episodes. But Demon Slayer, so far so good. You know what I'm saying? I ain't complaining. Pretty interesting. So yeah, we'll continue that, and I'll let y'all know later what I think about it. Back on the Ghost of Yote grift. The last video we talked about how people on our side are reaching for reasons to dunk on this game. And I'm like, there's no reason to do that because we already knew the game wasn't going to flop. The only way we're going to know about that game, whether or not it flopped, is about 3-4 years from now, after it's released on PC and every other platform, whether or not it sold enough units to justify it being a follow-up. For example, like I tell y'all, a good business is a growing business. If I sell my first product and it sells 5,000 units, which I deem successful for me as a business owner by myself, it's just me. Well, for the follow-up, I want to be bigger and better. So I'm going to have to hire a few more people, more insight, invest a little bit more so the follow-up can be better. Well, now my expectations, I sold 5,000 last time, my expectations increase. So with the hype surrounding it and people talking about it, I expect to sell triple, so 15,000. So if I come back and the sequel of my product or the follow-up to my product only sells 8,000, I don't know. I can't. I spent more this time. I spent more. So it's the same thing with Ghost of Tsushima. Ghost of Yote. If the first one sold 13 million units in its lifespan, and the second one only sells 16, 17 million units, that's a flop. Sorry. Anyway, so we got updates on the person that was fired. Okay. The Ghost of Yote dev says all the joy has been sucked out of her life. Good. You double down on your hate and celebration of Charlie Kirk's death and continue to promote political violence in your screen name. You said you would do it again. Well, Asmongold says he will be ready with another video. We're going to get into that in a little minute. So this is what Drew had to say, okay? As it turns out, my joke didn't make the game do any worse. My firing didn't make the game do any better. So really, the only thing that the harassment campaign succeeded was sucking all of the joy out of my life. So I guess that's a W. I think the motherfucker continued. In my opinion, every company that has caved to their demands has contributed to the harassment and climate of fear. The rest of us are, and then they continue. I don't know what else is said after that. So here's the thing. First of all, no, asshole, you got fired not because they thought the game was going to do better, but because you crossed a line. You celebrated the murder of an innocent person. Secondly, I don't know if I necessarily agree with your comment. It didn't make the game do any worse. You don't know that. You absolutely don't know that. If even one person decided not to buy Ghost of Yote because of your comments, you did make the game do worse. You absolutely did. And so when it comes to this game, people are talking about the sales. We're never going to know about the sales, whether or not they met expectations, whatever the case may be. But the one thing that will always be up in the air is, could this game have sold more or done better if it had no controversy surrounding it? If it would have just been Ghost of Tsushima 2 following Jin, do we really think that Yote would have sold as much as just a controversy-free Ghost of Tsushima 2? I don't believe so. Okay? He also says my firing didn't make the game do any better. Well, that was never the intent. The intent was to show the world that we don't tolerate this shit. So the only thing the harassment campaign succeeded in was sucking all of the joy out of my life. I like this part. You think it's a W, which is insane. Because no, it wasn't a harassment campaign. You did this publicly. We didn't need to harass you for you to get fired, nigga. We just needed your job to see that your ass is promoting political assassinations in this country. That's why you were fired. And I love how your response to being fired is that you didn't care. You would gladly do it again. And now all of a sudden, all the joy is sucked out of your life? No. Stand 10 toes down. What you said was you would fucking do it again. Asmongold has something to put in. Here we go. And shout out to Asmongold being back, by the way.
I made a video about them, and it turns out that they got fired. They got fired from their job. Too bad, huh? Wow. What a shame for you. And also, here's the important thing, okay? I want to make sure that people remember this, is that eventually you'll get a new job. And when you do, I might just make another video and contact that employer too. Now, why would I do that? For fun. I enjoy it. I like it. It's a nice pastime for me. Fuck them. That's why. Yeah, make an example about them. Yeah, exactly. That's it. And Honkai Star Rail canceling a voice actor for supporting Charlie. No, I didn't see that at all. I heard something about Dr. Ratio, but I don't know the whole story about it. And yeah, it turns out that my joke didn't make the game do any worse. How do you know that? What a stupid comment to make. How do you know that it didn't make the game do worse whenever you don't have a use case in a control group for the game not doing worse?
There you go. I agree. Do I agree that he should make a video anytime this person gets another job? Yeah. Do I believe that this person should never be allowed to work ever again? No, I don't. I believe that this person, if found to be remorseful for their behavior, they should be allowed to continue to work in a society so they can provide for themselves and their family. But if this person still believes that there was no problem with what they did, then nah, they need to be sent to an asylum. I do believe that they shouldn't be allowed to work in video games anymore, but that's neither here nor there. You know, companies got to start getting rid of these psychopaths in their company. And the Charlie Kirk situation was a great purging because a lot of people got let go. Apparently, Xbox is about to let more people go. I wish I could give some more information, which is no, I can't say this. I can say definitively. It's funny that Microsoft let so many people go and they're hiring. Take from that what you will. Y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments. As always, may the grip be with you. I'll talk to y'all later.
Oh, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you.